The first time I tracked another submarine, I was in the control room of the USS Maine. Not a drill, a real contact. The thing you have to understand about that moment is how quiet it gets. People who've never been on a submarine think battle stations means alarms and shouting. It's the opposite. The boat goes silent. 200 feet of steel, 140 men, and the loudest thing in the room is the sonar operator's breathing. We tracked that contact for hours. No coffee, no breaks, no conversation that wasn't operational. And the entire time, the thing keeping us alive wasn't the sonar gear. It wasn't the torpedoes. It was 140 people who had drilled the same procedures so many times that the system ran through them. That's where I learned what real security looks like. And it's why I started this channel. I left the Navy years ago. I spent the time since then doing enterprise cybersecurity. Different uniform, same problem. Here's what I've learned in that career. And it's the thing nobody wants to say at conferences. Security is not a technical field. It looks like one from the outside. There are tools, there are frameworks, there are certifications. But after 15 years of doing this work, I can tell you the technology is the easy part. The hard part is the people. The hard part is getting a room of senior leaders to actually own a decision. The hard part is getting a finding fixed when no one wants to put their name on it. The hard part is sitting across from someone smarter than you who is wrong and finding a way to make them hear it. Senior security work is not about being the best engineer in the room. It's about being the one who can move the room. And almost nobody on YouTube is going to tell you that because it doesn't sell certifications and it doesn't sell tools. Let me tell you the moment I learned this lesson the hard way. Early in my career, not at any current employer, this was years ago, I was on a team that had an audit finding, real finding, a serious one. Everyone in the room agreed it needed to be remediated. Leadership signed off. The owners nodded. We had a remediation date. The dates came and went, and nothing happened. So we set another date. That one came and went too. And the third one, every meeting, the finding was on the slide. Every meeting, everyone agreed it was a priority. And every meeting, it didn't move. I was a junior. I wasn't supposed to push on it. But I watched it so long enough that I finally said the thing nobody in the room wanted to say, which is that we did not actually have a remediation plan. We had a recruiting meeting. Those are not the same thing. That pushback was not popular, and the finding got fixed inside of 30 days. Because once someone named what was actually broken, the work was obvious. That's what this channel is. The thing nobody in the room wants to say, said out loud, about the industry, about the work, about the way enterprise security actually gets done. So here's what Cybertainment TV is going to be. Here is what it's not. It's not a vendor channel. Nobody's paying me to recommend a product. If I ever do a product review, you will know exactly why. And it will be because I think the product is worth your time. Not because someone wrote a check. It's not fear mongering. I'm not here to scare you into clicking the next video. The industry already has enough people selling panic. If something matters, I'll tell you it matters. If it doesn't, I'll tell you that too. It's not a beginner's channel. I'm not going to explain what a firewall is. If you don't already know, this is in the channel for you, and that's fine. This is built for senior security engineers, security architects, people running security programs, and the leaders who fund them. What this channel will be is one operator's honest read on what's actually happening in enterprise security, the news that matters, the risks that are real, the frameworks that work and the ones that don't, and occasionally the human truth underneath the technical conversation, because that's where the actual work happens. You will not get this everywhere. You're getting it here. Back to the control room, the contact eventually broke off. We surfaced hours later. Nobody talked about it much. That's how it works. That world, you do the job ends. But I think about that day a lot because the thing that kept us alive wasn't any single piece of equipment. It was a system run by humans who had been trained to trust each other and the procedure, even when nobody was watching and nothing felt urgent. That is the entire game in enterprise security tool. Not the tools, the system, the people, the decisions made when nobody is checking. If that's the conversation you've been looking for, you are in the right place. I'll see you in the next one.